best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the next. Whip it up, wrist froze, I Millie rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team. She sucked me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop on the beam.
Hello everyone, I'm Zach from SoundsLikeSoma, a recording studio located in South Philadelphia, and we're gonna go over some basic vocal chains today. First thing you wanna start off with is a clean vocal recording. You wanna make sure that you have plenty of headroom so that there's no audible distortion, and you wanna make sure you have a good recording space that's preferably acoustically treated. Not necessarily in a closet or a very reverberant room where you're hearing the noise bounce off the walls.
Don't worry about the next. Whip it up, wrist froze, I Millie rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team.
You wanna make sure you use a quality mic. Listen to how clear his vocal is.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't.
Something I like to do early on is balance out the vocals. So I might create this line right here, just as a reference line, and kind of adjust the audio so that it's roughly around that line, just to make it all even.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know.
The line I like to use is around 3K on EQ8, but you can use whatever line you want. That automation lane isn't really doing anything, it's just a reference line to see how loud you want the vocals to be. You would just make little cuts, boost and lower the gain appropriately. I'm just gonna undo all this because I don't need this right now. Just trying to demonstrate what I'm talking about.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best.
Next, take a look at the layers. You wanna make sure the layers are lined up properly. It really makes it sound clear and crisp when they're all lined up and they're not starting at different times. Again, you can make little adjustments, make sure you just crossfade a little bit. In the new Live 10, you just press A to go back and forth between, I guess, the automation view and the regular view. I don't know what they're calling it now. I just got Live 10 for this video. Make sure you crossfade in between the silence. Sometimes it's noticeable when things just completely drop to silence. And you want to do the same thing as I was doing with the lead vocal. Make sure everything is generally the same level.
I Millie rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team.
I've already done this. The takes were definitely different levels, but I've bounced them all out to generally be around the same volume. You can eyeball this first, but then if you want to get a little bit more specific with it, actually listen and see which one sounds louder than the others. You might have to manually adjust it, not just going by eyesight.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
So the first thing we're going to do is add an EQ. I'm just going to take off some low frequencies that don't need to be there.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
Next, I like to use a compressor. Feel free to use any kind of default settings or presets. I'm just going over some quick things that I think sound good.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the. I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
Make sure to adjust the output. I don't like to use the automatic makeup gain. I like to do it myself. But Ableton Live's native compressor isn't one I like to use. A more common one that you might see me using is Arvox Mono, for example.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know. I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the. I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know.
You want to make sure that if you turn off the plugin, it's generally the same volume level as with it on and off. Maybe I'll do another video later on gain staging, but this is good common practice. A compressor I've been using lately is the 1176, the CLA 76. Again, don't feel bad about using vocal presets. It's a good starting point.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know
I am trying to just squash the vocal a little bit, trying to make it more consistent, make the quiet parts a little louder, make the louder parts a little more tamed and quieter. The first EQ is for cuts, the second EQ is for boosts. I'm not going to use that right now. I'm messing with a de-esser by Fab Filter. This is just to take out the S sounds.
come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best.
Again, I don't need that right now. I'm just putting it in there because that's usually what's in my vocal chain.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
The next thing we're going to look at is all of my hook counterparts are together grouped in a hook group. This hook group is going to send to G. So we're going to go over to the G return.
Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best.
This is the F return for the verse. This is what I normally do for vocals. I like to squash them. So we're going to recreate kind of what's already on the verse one and the hook. So we're going to start off again with an EQ. Let me see what else. I need a overdrive. I'm going to need a glue compressor before the overdrive. Remember that the order does matter. Let's add another EQ afterwards. Another plugin I like to use a lot is Sausage Fattener.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know.
Again, cut off the low end. I'm just trying to get more of the body. I don't need the articulation. It's really going to be squashed by the end of it. I'm trying to get a decent amount of compression. I'm aiming for around 10 dB.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon'
A little too much distortion, so I'm turning that down. This is just to add some crispiness up top in the high frequencies. And then Sausage Fattener kind of acting like a limiter.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and I've been grinding so you know it's
Then I might take out some high frequencies. You see the low frequencies are back already. I might cut those out again.
I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the
All of these are subject to change. I'm constantly making adjustments. I feel like it might be a little too distorted, so I'm going to turn the Sausage Fattener down a little bit. Then let's mix this in with the dry vocal.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know.
You don't need too much, just enough. Next, we're going to go to a different return. We're going to go to a slap delay. So I'm turning that individual channel to the E return, which has a slap delay. I like to use H delay.
Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the
You don't have to use H delay. I used to use grain delay a lot.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best.
It gives you a very similar effect. Basically the same thing, just a different plugin.
So you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the
Next, we're going to go to reverb. So I have this Manny reverb set up.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest.
Just a small plate by default that I can mess with.
Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the
Something that I like to do is add sidechain compression on things like the reverb and maybe the delays. It's just to pull back the audio when the hook is playing.
They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about
A lot of mixing is constant little changes. Turn the reverb up a little bit. I turn the slap down.
I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best.
Feel free to actually send the other return tracks to other return tracks. So I'm sending the really squashed, compressed audio to the reverb and the slap delay. I might add a little bit more body, around 1K, and then boost the high end for a little bit more clarity in his vocal.
So you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
Ooh, looks like the computer glitched out a little bit right there. Next, I'm gonna auto-tune it. So we wanna use Key Finder. That's something I use. It's a free plugin. There's plenty of other ones that you can pay for that are still pretty cheap. Key Finder just works well for me. Most of the time I feel like it works. We got E flat. If it doesn't say minor, it's usually major, so we're gonna do E flat major. I'm just gonna go and grab my Autotune plugin. I like to put that early on, maybe in the beginning. So we're gonna set it to E flat major. Adjust the speed to taste.
That's what I thought you said. Now let me offer.
I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the next. Whip it up.
Again, a lot of little changes.
Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it.
So we're gonna group all of the effects and we're gonna drop them onto all the other tracks.
Suck me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop. I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the
We're gonna pan them to the side. I like to do 3 layers for certain parts so that I can really make them sound huge.
Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team. She sucked me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop on a beam.
So I'm using some motorized faders so I can adjust multiple faders at once. This really helps me figure out and fine tune where I want the levels to be at.
I'm Millie Rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team. She sucked me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop on a beam.
I like to put a lot of reverb on the panned tracks.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex.
Notice I put the slap delay on the center vocal again for the 3 layers.
It's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team. She sucked me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop on a beam. I've been grinding so you know it's no rest. On the come up so you
I think delays would be good here. So again, in my presets, I have some delays already set up in my sends and returns. So I'm just gonna put this on the automation track, so it's putting on delay 4. I think this is just a quarter note delay.
on the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I'm
Gonna adjust it, turn it down a little bit, and put some reverb on the delay as well.
on the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me no, it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't.
I don't want it to be too noticeable.
Wrist froze, I'm Millie Rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it. No, it's no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell
I wonder what it would sound like with a different delay on it. Let's use a little bit of a slower delay. So I'm gonna delete all these automations.
so you know it's no rest, no rest. On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex, like flex. I been grinding.
Turn it down, add some reverb.
On the come up so you know I'm gon' flex. Like DJ Khaled said, I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about. Know I am the best, am the best. They said I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the next. Said I know I am the best. They tell me focus and don't worry about the next. Whip it up, her wrist froze, I'm Millie Rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said
Overall, it sounded pretty nice. And in case you were wondering, the microphone I was using is a Neumann TLM 102, recorded through a Focusrite ISA-1 preamp into a Focusrite Pro 40 interface. Regardless of what genre I'm working in, I might start off with these rough same presets. Maybe I might be like squashing the vocals a little bit less, letting them like flow a little bit more. Maybe I'll add more reverb and other kinds of tracks Maybe I'll have more heavier distortion, like a layer of, I don't know, some kind of guitar rig or something underneath of the vocals. But we'll get into all that kind of stuff later. Again, this was just to demonstrate a rough outline of what a vocal change should look like, and the stuff that I use most of the time. Best of luck, everyone, and stay tuned to the video where I'm going to go over that song Come Up by Lim in its entirety. I'm going to mix the entire track start to finish.
They tell me focus and don't worry about the next. Whip it up, wrist froze, I Millie rock, I lean. Smoking gas and it's potent and I'm serving it to the fiend. Shorty bad and her ass fat, she said she down for the team. She sucked me up in the backseat, yeah, shorty bop on the beam. Oh, yeah, when we pull up on you. So tell me what you wanna do.